Right, joining me right now is Flynn Zito Capital Management co-founder Doug Flynn, along with Bubba Trading Chief Strategist Todd Horwitz. Good to see you both. Todd, up nearly 300. I mean, you must love this volatility. In some ways, this is great for you guys. But does this suggest that investors are kind of shrugging off their concerns about a trade war?
Hi, Trish. You know, I think that it really is just more of a dead cat bounce after 4 days down. Last week we went down, 4 days in a row, even on Friday with a little bit of a rally. I think it suggests that the market tops are in and that we're going to start to see a work down to the lower end of the range. And I think we're going to continue to go lower here, although we will have these, what I like to call your rip your face off rallies, which we're seeing right now. And I think that's really the end. What happens is you get a lot of people all jumping in at one time that want to get back the shorts that they sold, and they don't want to, and then the people that don't want to miss the market are flying in here. And I think this will soon resolve itself, and we'll start heading back lower again. I think that the tops for now are in. That's the way I see it.
We're heading lower again. So you get a little pessimism there, Todd. Huh?
Well, just a little bit. I believe that when you look at the overall volatility, this is perfect topping action. You've got a lot of debt out there. You've got a lot of people buying stocks with money they don't have to buy stocks they can't afford using margin. So what's going to happen when interest rates rise a little bit, which they're going to, and the Fed loses control of the dollar, which is an artificial way to suppress rates globally? I mean, that's going to happen, and that's going to create a much bigger panic and sell-off. And a lot of people that are in this market want to be out. If
you're looking, by the way, I just want to point out that every stock right now in the Dow 30 is higher except for Nike, which is trading down 88 cents. But overall, we're seeing a lot of upside now, and people are kind of buying into this today. Yeah. But Doug, if you've got a strong economy, if you've got a low jobless rate, if you've got higher wage inflation, then what is the negativity out there that might cause a trader to actually be moving down in this environment? Perhaps you feel differently than Todd, but tell us.
A little bit. I think, when you look at it, a lot of people, and part of the reason why we're up a bit today is because if you think about it, how many bourbon swilling, Levi wearing, Harley riding Brits do you know? In the grand scheme of things, it's not enough to offset the benefits of tax cuts and everything, corporate earnings and the growth that we're going to have and the GDP pickup. And I think it's a calculated...
Not to mention the repatriation, right?
Exactly.
All
I think
that
it's
money,
a calculated
between $2 and $4 billion overseas that can come back.
Yeah, I think the calculated point by Trump is that, why should you start with what he inherited? Let's reset from zero. Even if you end up back to where we were with the same imbalance, you're probably going to get something for it. Right. I think that's the game here. And I think long term, there might be a tick downturn. I would hope for that because it'd be a buying opportunity. Okay,
so what you're saying basically is kind of what Peter Navarro was saying, that this trade war is not going to be that big a deal. I've kind of thought this because don't forget, we're the biggest economy around still. I mean, China's trying to encroach on that, but we are still the biggest economy, and therefore we have a whole lot of power, and we don't really use it, Todd.
I think this is the first time we're seeing a president flex our muscles a little bit. We are the biggest economy, and we need to step up and be counted instead of letting everybody kind of, do their thing on top of us. And instead of bailing out everybody all the time, maybe we should step up here, which I think what we're doing. And I think Trump is using this forum and platform to kind of build a better way and to try to get our way and get back on top of the world instead of always being the one that everybody runs to just for all the handouts.
Will it work?
I think so.
I think it does. I think it's an opportunity to hit, like I said, hit the reset button and gain something we didn't have before. And that's part of this. Is if you move forward, maybe you do save some jobs. Maybe you get a better deal for. I mean, he ran on this fair trade, so I don't know why anybody is surprised that he's going to try to work it a little bit. And in the end, it's just adding to the benefit that we're going to see and the growth that we're going to see. And even if there is a dip downward, I mean, look, March is green. The last 20 years, 2/3 of the time, March is green. March is St. Patrick's Day. It's green. It's going to be a good month.
All right. I'll bring out my green and my Irish. All right. Thanks, guys. Good to see you both.
Thank you.